everybody and welcome back to another On The Table video, guys. So, what are we going to be looking at today? Well, for some reason, my hands seem really close to this camera. What is going on? Oh, Jesus, we're knocking stuff off already. There's water all over the floor. What is happening? Yeah, do I need to... I've moved my camera from its position from where I normally film. This room is getting stupid again. Fuck my life. What a motherfucking shit room. Yeah, so, anyway, what are we going to be looking at today? Well, I have kind of been dibbling and dabbling in various little bits and bobs. I've not been done anything huge recently. In regards to, like, you know, big projects or anything, everything's kind of slowed down a little bit. I've kind of put it on the back burner. Basically, the last thing I did was the Great Unclean One, and I'll be honest, guys, it burnt me out. It burnt me out big in regards to, just not wanting to do anything. I think it's because of the pure excitement surrounding the Great Unclean One, yeah, and the fact that I bought it on the Friday. On the Saturday I built, magnetised and painted the thing all in one day to that fairly high standard, I think it is. It just super burnt me out, and I've literally not wanted to do anything hobby related for a while now. However, I've kind of just gotten back into it, and I will explain that in a little bit. But anyway, so let's look at some models. So, the first thing that I've been up to, first thing, we've got these, which are my Blightlord Terminators. Basic bare bones paint scheme at the moment. There's literally like 3 colours on them. 1, 2, 3, 4 colours on some of them, 3 colours on most. Not done anything really that special with these guys, apart from just blocking the colours. There's no fancy converting on them. This is a mixture of the easy to build and the actual kit that you get. The actual kit that you get is relatively nice. I can vouch for it. It's a good kit. The only issue I have is that because it's cataphracti Terminator armour, there's not an awful lot of variation you get. And weirdly enough, you get 2 odd mixes of armour. So you get like the cataphracti armour, which is like this one here. Oh, cock, I've just dropped it. Which is like this one here with like the pre-heresy kind of shoulder pads and then the big plates and stuff on the armour here. And then you also get, which one is it? It's these guys here. You get, the fuck is that? You get these ones, which is more in line with your standard Terminator variants, especially with the shoulder pads. In fact, his arm is really low. What the fuck? Look at this. What's even happened to his arm there? I think his arm has fallen down during the gluing process. But anyway, no. So, if any of you lore meisters or lore maestros, maestroettes out there, can anyone tell me why there is, like, the new pattern Terminator shoulder pads on what seems to be the older cataphracti bodies? When did these kind of, like, rounded shoulder pads get introduced? Was it pre-heresy? Was it post-heresy? I actually really don't know. I'm not really that familiar with the different marks of Terminator armour. Bit more familiar with the marks of regular power armor and stuff, but not Terminator at all. But yeah, so these guys are going to get slowly finished off. Currently not using these. I'm actually having a huge game soon. 2,000 points of Nurgle. I get to use the new demons and my Death Guard against, I think it's 2,000 points of Eldar, 2,000 points of Tyranids, and 2,000 points of regular Space Marines, maybe Blood Angels, I'm not sure. But that should be good, and I get to use my triple Plague Crawler loadout, which should be really funny. I can't wait to see it. Destroy stuff. But anyway, so there's that I've been up to doing those guys. Let's just move them to the side if I can manage to not drop them. Oh shit! I also got a shed load of green stuff that arrived. I'm gonna have to quickly just jump cut this because I'm about to run out of recording time. So just 1 second, guys. Okay, sorry for that slight immersion break there, guys. But yeah, so what was I even saying? I can't remember. Can't remember what the fuck was I talking about? Ah, yes, models. Yes, what other things I've been up to? I started painting. Oh fuck, what was that? No, I am not losing that component. Can't remember if I've shown this guy before. I might have, I might not have, but I'm not entirely certain. Picked up a talisman as well a while ago, and I've been slowly painting him again. Not just his base colours at the moment, nothing really spectacular about it. Love the miniature though, really, really nice, really interesting model to actually look at. I really like the fact that he's got this little abacus going on. That's going to be nice to paint up with like the little multicoloured beads and things. I love the fact that it's being held by a tentacle, and all these like books and stuff, and the fact that he's actually got his plasma pistol there, which is really, really cool. I do like this. I believe I have talked about this guy before, so we're not going to linger on him too long. But yeah, so what else have I been up to? Well, my local hobby store is starting up Inquisitor, which is great. Not regular Inquisitor though, because as we all know, the old style Inquisitor game, for those of you that don't know, the old style Inquisitor game was a 54 miniature scale, which had much, much larger miniatures as opposed to 28mm scale, which is what everything is in nowadays in Games Workshop. However, GW are releasing a brand new, I believe plastic, I hope fingers crossed plastic, not shitecast, Eisenhower miniature. Now, there has been a previous Eisenhower miniature before this, however, it was unreleased, and I've actually had the pleasure or displeasure, depending on how you look at it, of actually handling it and looking at it. It's on one of my, I think it's on Museum of Moggy 2, way back when, a couple of years ago. And that is, you see the awful Inquisitor model. But this new one looks absolutely amazing. It's all to do with the release of the new book. It's like a collection of short stories and all that kind of stuff. Looks really cool. Not going to read it. Going to wait for the audiobook to come out because I don't do a lot of reading anymore. I can't be bothered. But yeah, so the new Inquisitor model Eisenhorn is coming out. So my local hobby store is doing a Inquisitor campaign, which is really, really good. We're using 28mm scale stuff rather than 54 because, let's face it, you need to take out a second mortgage to afford the Inquisitor stuff nowadays. It is that expensive online. But you all remember this guy, you probably might not. This is my Inquisitor Solomon Locke. However, he's had some slight modifications and he had a bit of a base coat on there. Basically, his sword broke and so did his pointy finger arm, so I replaced it with this cool Mechanicum like revolver pistol type thing and this Eldar sword, because after all, he is an Inquisitor of the Ordo Xenos. So this is going to be my actual Inquisitor that is going to be rocking around with my warband. But I made a warband as well, which is really, really good, and it was a nice little excuse to get my old creative juices flowing again. So, he's not actually going to be called Inquisitor Solomon Locke. Where's my phone? I had the names of them on my phone because they're difficult to remember. And, yeah, so, this Inquisitor, he's no longer Solomon Locke. He is Inquisitor Revan Solus of the Ordo Xenos. He's just a regular Inquisitor. He's not like a Lord or anything, because let's face it, Lord Inquisitors in the Inquisitor game are broken as shit. So yeah, Lord Inquisitor. So we're talking, so Inquisitor, maybe Interrogator actually. Interrogator is before you get to Inquisitor. No, he's Inquisitor Revan Solus of the Ordo Xenos. And I thought to myself, do you know what we need? We need some muscle for an Inquisitor warband. We need some muscle, we need some guns. Why not combine them both? So I thought to myself, I know, I'll make a cool tech priest. Now, as we all know, tech priests come in many different shapes and sizes. So let me be the first to introduce you, Tech Priest Morden Gilgamesh of the Cult Mechanicus, study of the art of war. Yeah, so I decided to kit bash this really cool tech priest. Looks kind of more like a servitor, but he is a tech priest. I decided I'm going to make his backstory something like his like discipline of choice is like the art of war. So all his learning and stuff is basically, all his knowledge is in order to be a better killer and create ways of killing stuff easier. So this is a really cool conversion, and I had some really cool bits knocking around. So this is one of the Forge World is it the Thalax cohorts? Thalax, I'm not sure, with the legs and the body. I really like the hunched over look. I like the fact that he's got like, the rocket boosters as well. I might be able to use them actually in the game to get him high up in places. We've got 2 arms from the Cataphron Destroyers / Breachers set, which is really, really cool. They're actually both left arms, but I managed to like do some fingering with the fingering with this arm to get it on the other side. I chopped off the actual gun part to this because I thought this looks like a really cool wrist. It looks like it can spin. I replaced it with a gun from the Rust Stalkers set. The head is, I believe, from just the Skitarii box, and again, this flamer here is from the Kataphron Destroyers box set as well, because flamers in Inquisitor are broken as shit, and they are really, really annoying to when you get caught on fire. So why not? So he's basically going to be the muscle of the group, which is really, really cool. I really like this guy. He's going to be painted up somewhat Mechanicum red with obviously metal and maybe some cool green glowy eye lenses there. But really happy with the way this guy turned out. So that is Modern Gilgamesh, Tech Priest. The next guy we're going to look at is a Gunslinger, because, you know, why not? Let's have loads of fucking guns. Now, this is Gunslinger Cad Revel. And very, very simple conversion. This really was a really nice, cool little exercise just to test my creative juices again. Just to have a little dabble, nothing too serious, but just to have a good old kit bash. Now, this has got kit bash things from the Taurox box set, as well as some Cadian stuff, as well as some random Skitarii and random Puppets war bits, actually, that I found. So I wanted like a... oh, excuse me, yawning guys. I wanted like a cool looking gunslinger. Might not use him in game yet, because I think using 4 Inquisitor characters plus that fucking crazy Tech Priest guy might be a bit OP for people that have never played before, but we'll have to see how evil I'm feeling on the day. But yeah, so pretty cool. Wanted like a gunslinger guy. He's got a las pistol and then whatever the fuck that is, like some kind of like solid slug revolver. Might give him a backpack, not too sure yet. He's kind of like still a work in progress, but he's probably just going to get painted up as he is. I didn't want to go too OTT on the conversions because stuff can die really easily in Inquisitor, and I didn't want to have to faff about making whole new stuff, whereas at least with this guy, he's easy enough to break his arms off, break his head off. I've got another body then that can stick new arms in the head on to make a new character if I need to. So there's that guy there. The next guy, which is one of my favourites, really, really cool. I really wanted an Arbite, however you want to call it. But I actually have this guy. This is Arbitrator General Sebastian Victus. And here he is. He's a pretty dapper looking gent, not gonna lie. Check that fucking mustache out, check that beret out, and he's actually got a bottle of drink there, which is a missile that I clipped down, because I wanted him to kind of be like a... in my day of the Arbites, I would smack those whippersnappers around with my fucking stun rod right here. So yeah, I wanted to go for like kind of like an armoured, kind of like a distinguished look. I wanted to give him like some kind of like powered arm, as, you know, in order to, you know, I like the fact that he's got his stun rod there. That's like some kind of like spare part from the Taurox. And then I like how this Space Marine arm here fit really well because it was a Forge World one, so it's slightly skinnier than a regular Space Marine arm, but I like the fact that whatever the fuck this thing is here goes around and it looks like it's connecting up into the stun rod, which is really, really cool. Got 2 kind of shoulder pads. Going to be interesting to paint him up in the Arbite's colours, which is going to be really, really cool. But I like it a lot. I like his beret. His beret is really, really nice looking. But yeah, so that is my Inquisitor warband as it stands. I kind of have another character as well, but she's like nowhere near done and like just horrible. And actually, the glue is not set right. So I wanted to like make some kind of like psychic or psychic null character. Although I might make my Inquisitor psychic because psychics are fun. Enforce will for the win. The more you level up, the more you can force your will on stuff. Really cool. Yeah, the arm didn't really work so well. She was pointing across now. She's just pointing down at the floor. I don't know why. What's on the floor? Have you noticed an interesting stain? Maybe in the appearance of the God Emperor of Mankind? Don't quite know. But anyway, yeah, I use like Sisters of Silence, head and arms, and then a random elf. I think it's like a high elf body from a really, really old sprue that I had knocking around. We'll see how this one goes. She's nowhere near done. She's not going to get painted anytime soon, I don't think. But these 4, possibly these 3, are going to be the ones that I paint up first and foremost. Just because I fucking love that the fucking Tech Priest. Fucking massive hulking monstrosity there. Really, really cool. But yeah, guys, so that's pretty much it for this video of On the Table. Thank you very much for watching. Please let me know what you think about these 3 in particular for my Inquisitor warband. It'd be really, really cool. What do you think of the names? It took me ages to come up with the names of them. And if you think you have any better names, please post in the doobly-doo down below. And also leave us some comments as to what you think. Don't forget to like, favourite and subscribe. Don't forget to go to the link in the doobly-doo down below, which will take you to my Instagram, where you will get little sneak peeks and posts of cool pictures and cool stuff that I'm getting up to in my personal life and in my YouTube life. But anyway guys, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you guys again in the next episode. See you now and goodbye.